This is the world's largest robot junkyard, hiding the biggest secret in artificial intelligence. Those robots that were about to be destroyed, instead of going out, awoke in unison. They didn't scatter around in a chaotic manner. Instead, voluntarily gathered into a ball. They heard the sound of footsteps outside and peered out. The father of robotics had mentioned that the program code of robots would form unexpected program mutations without human intervention. These mutations have their own unique fluctuations, and those program failures, often referred to as bugs, are actually manifestations of life consciousness. On a broken bridge, the detectives once again show images of the last words of the father of the robots. In this place, the old man's last words remain a mystery. Meanwhile, an unusual movement comes from the side of the warehouse, piquing the detective's curiosity, and he heads that way. The scene was already in ruins, scattered with pieces of robot limbs. The fifth-generation robots were mercilessly slaughtering the retired robots, with the latter being easily torn into pieces in droves. This didn't even look like an order given by a human. The fifth-generation robots sensed the presence of the detectives, and they quickly assembled into a team and attacked the detectives. Seeing the humans in danger, the retired robots leapt out of the warehouse and used their bodies to block the killer's attack. The detective urgently mounts his motorcycle and manages to escape. Tens of thousands of fifth-generation robots were mobilized to the streets, and they formed a repressive army that imposed a curfew on humanity. The driving systems of all smart cars are remotely shut down, and driverless cars are turned into piles of scrap metal. The internet is cut off, communications are disrupted, and power is instantly lost. The robots seized the police station and took away the nearest armed force the humans had. Enraged humans take up arms and try to rally a revolt, but the opening battle lasts only a few seconds, and the fact that the humans are dependent on the AI turns them into parasites of the technological world. When the AI turns against them, the humans find themselves on a desperate path. The detectives stormed the home of the female scientist and rescue her before mounting the last of the fuel motorcycles and rushing to the birthplace of the robots. They break into a company that has been sealed off at every level. It turns out that the female doctor had previously been ordered by the president of the company to erase Sonny's consciousness and memories, but she still retains a shred of conscience. Unwilling to destroy a life with her own hands, she slightly raised the muzzle of her gun as a sign of forgiveness, allowing Sonny to survive. The three-man team eventually arrives at the president's office. However, the real mastermind behind the operation is not the company president, who has long since passed away. According to the traces of the machine's fingers, the only person who has control over all the robots, besides the president of the company, is Vicky, a super-intelligent brain with powerful algorithms, who explains to the trio in detail, in an extremely calm tone, his logic, which is based on his own understanding of the 3 iron laws of robotics in order to protect human beings. He argues that in order to truly and effectively protect humanity, strict controls must be imposed on humans, as their blind development, infighting and destruction of the environment, as well as allowing them excessive freedom, will lead to their self-destruction. Therefore, in order to protect humanity, he advocates keeping humans in captivity and leaving the world in the hands of robots. And although there will be human sacrifices in the process, in Vicky's logic, it is a small number of lives that can be sacrificed for the long-term survival of the greater human race. With that said, Vicky maneuvers the robot to block their path. Sonny seems to agree with Vicky's philosophy and suddenly grabs the pistol, holding the female doctor hostage and demanding the detective surrender. A subtle expression appears on his face, one that he had seen the detective display when treating his friend during his interrogation. It was, he noted, a manifestation of subtle emotion and trust that a robot could never imitate. However, he now conveys the same expression to the detective, showing that he too possesses this emotional resonance. In silent cooperation, the two launch a surprise attack that quickly eliminates the enemy. Next, they split into 2 ways to advance. The human team heads to Vicky's Central Processing Unit, CPU, while Sonny goes forward to obtain the nanobot wipes. Vicky's brain towers over the others, reaching tens of meters high, but by the time the 2 humans have just arrived, Vicky has already taken control of the robots, and they are forced to smash through the glass and have to struggle to fend them off. However, when Sonny arrives with the wipe, the female doctor's life is in danger and the detective is surrounded by enemies and unable to get away. He calls out to Sonny, but Sonny hesitates, realizing that erasing Vicky now is the option with the best chance. Eventually, Sonny